Yeah. 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 Now look, I just need y'all to be patient with me. It's Tuesday. Trying to do something new. Trying to have some fun. Y'all see the little graphics down here on the bottom? You see all that? We just working out the kinks. New equipment, new technology, new fun, new and improved Hunger Trap. Good evening, good evening. We're only 40 minutes late, but that's what happened when you only got 4 hands working on a technical problem, but we solved it. Good evening. Welcome to the Hunger Trap Live. I am your host, Kenneth Temple, and tonight we are on budget cut number 3, smoked turkey wings and gravy. So, if you're watching this replay, I appreciate your patience as I build up my audience. Let me know once we hit 75 on that thing, and we're going to have some fun. Is the comments coming through? Can we see comments on the screen? Who up in here? Who's saying hey? Hey, hey. I can't see y'all because now we're recording with a camera.
Sheila said hey.
Hey, Sheila.
Jay said hey.
Hey, Jay.
Meryl said hey.
Who?
Meryl.
Hey, Meryl.
Meryl Parson. Linda B.
Hey, Linda. Good evening, good evening, good evening. See, I got the phone now. We ain't recording on the phone anymore. I got the phone. I got the phone. We got a whole new camera system. We set up. We done came to Dallas and we done raised the box. Good evening. Go ahead and hit the share button, tag a friend, hit the like button. Go tag me in the group, with your church member group, your post pregnancy group, you just got married group, your family reunion group. Go post me in somebody's group who need to learn about these smoked turkey wings. Well, they ain't smoked. They're going to be smothered. But you can smoke them at a later date if you want to. Come on in here. Come on in here. As soon as we get that number, as soon as we get our people up here, we're going to start cooking because I'm hungry. I'm normally been eating around right now, but I haven't ate yet because I'm trying to get this technical difficulties ready. So like I said, we got these beautiful turkey wings we're going to whip up. We got our little trinity. We're going to boil some rice. We're going to season these things up. We're going to eat good. We're going to play better. And we're going to have some fun tonight. So how we looking? What's the numbers looking like? We just probably...
We're still a little ways away.
We probably just jump in. They're going to have to catch up.
All right, let's do it.
They're probably just going to have to catch up. That's how we're going to have to do that. Because we're already late tonight.
Yes.
Who else said hello tonight?
We got Shanita said
Hey,
hello.
Shanita.
Julie said hey, Chef. Markeisha, April, Stephanie.
Hey, ladies. How y'all doing tonight? Now look, this is a great tip right here with y'all catching. Because I just realized it had dried out. Anytime you use your cutting board, you want to put a wet piece of paper towel or just a regular kitchen towel, the one that you abuse, and then you just sit your cutting board on top of that, and that keeps it from sliding. That's a very important tip. I know some of y'all be chopping and be following the cutting board across the counter when y'all be chopping. So, we're going to let everybody else get in here when they get in here. We're going to get it popping tonight. So, welcome to the Hunger Trap. I am your host, Kenneth Temple, and tonight we are making smothered turkey wings and gravy. Somewhere else in America, all around the world, you may say wings, but where I'm from in New Orleans, we say wings. So, we're going to hook this up, we're going to boil some rice, and we're going to have some fun. This is a part of my budget cut series. This is budget cut number 3. Beautiful turkey wings. I think for this whole dish, I had the receipts over there. But honestly, I think this was underneath $20 because I know 2 packs of wings was like $4.50, $4.48 depending on the price. That's about $8. And then we got our onions and vegetables. That's inexpensive. And then rice, you could get a bag of rice, a pound of rice from Walmart for 78 cents. So you do this to feed a family, you might bet $25 to feed a whole family. Alright? So, if y'all ready to get started, make sure you go follow me at KennethTemple.com and hit the subscribe button. But we got something new we're going to do. We're going to pop in that subscribe button somewhere on this screen right here. It's going to be a little bit.ly link. You may be able to click it. You may be able to look at it and do something. But we'll find a way to put that in the comment section somewhere around there. And we're going to have some fun with that. Or you can go to the Hunger Trap Show on Facebook and just click the sign up button. Put your email address up in that thing, and you're going to get this recipe. Also, make sure you come over to Instagram and follow me at Kenneth Temple. If you don't have my cookbook, go buy my cookbook. you ain't got this thing yet, go pick that up from KenneTemple.com, baby. So, let's go. Let's get it popped. We already late. Put them ones in the air if y'all ready. Let's go. Put them ones in the air. Put them ones in the air if you're ready. Let's go. Put them ones in the air. Put that uno. Let's go. You gotta let me know we got them ones. You gotta let me know we percolate. You gotta let me know we ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to cook.
See some ones.
I almost just jumped in the pot just now. Like, I'm just ready to go. I need my people. We late, y'all. Don't blame me. I wasn't on CP time. I was on technical difficulty time. You know, I got a lot of lady viewers on here. It's almost like, you know, y'all had y'all hair done, face was beat, dressed up, but you quite couldn't get that zipper all the way up. You couldn't get that zipper all the way up, and you called your girl. She kept getting stuck trying to get the zipper, so you had to change your whole outfit, change your whole hairstyle, and then go out. That's what happened. This new broadcast, this new look we're trying to give you had a little zipper, not a Janet malfunction. You know, we ain't exposed ourselves. But just to get that zip all the way up so we get this thing ready. You know what I'm saying? The ones in the air, hit the like button, hit the share button, so let's go. So, this is how we're going to start this thing off right. We're going to get into the rice. Now, I know a lot of people struggle with rice. I'm going to show you the easiest way to make rice. This is very, very simple. So all we're going to do is we're going to take a little rice. That's about a cup of rice. I'm going to hit it with a little salt. I'm going to hit it with a little pepper. I got some butter in here somewhere. Look at that. And then some butter. We're going to throw in some butter. All right? And now I'm going to add water to it. So the fun thing about the way we're going to cook this rice is we're going to boil the rice. So the best way to always cook rice, if you're not going to boil, the Kenny Temple technique is 2 to 1. 2 cups of liquid to every cup of rice. 2 cups of liquid to every cup of rice. Now, with this boiling technique, it's 4 to 1. 4 cups of liquid to 1 cup of rice. Not confused, huh? If you're going to boil it, there's a recipe here. 4 cups of liquid to 1 cup of rice. If you're going to steam it, if you're going to do any of that good fun cute stuff like your grandma used to do when she didn't make her rice mushy, 2 cups of liquid to every cup of rice. Y'all got that? So you're doing 2 cups of rice, 8 cups of liquid, 2 cups of rice. Yes? This is easy. All we're going to do is put it in here and then we're going to let it boil. Now here's the fun part about rice. Never stir rice with a spoon because you just push it together. Stir it with a fork because the fork combs through the granulars. Combs through the granulars, all right? So now let's jump in and start breaking down our wrap. So what we got here is we got a little onion. Y'all know I like my onion. We got some bell pepper. We got some celery. And we got this shallot. Now everybody always asks me, what's a shallot? A shallot, it's almost like a hey, onion, hey, garlic, and then, you know, they made this little love child. And then here go the shallot. And this how you know they're similar. Because if you cut this, your eyes will start to burn and you will start to cry. That's how you know they're related, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to break this down. Y'all just give Miko a chance. If they got any questions, she'll come through and try to answer them while keeping the camera on point, all right? Now, the fun thing about these turkey wings, just like every other dish we've done on the budget cut, is it takes a little time. Now, the reason why it takes a little time is because the reason why we're able to get the food for an inexpensive price is because these are normally tougher cuts. And tougher cuts are less desirable, and you got to put a little bit more love into them to get that flavor out of them. So when it's a tougher cut, it costs less money. But when it's a good cut like filet mignon, it costs a lot of money because that filet mignon just literally cooking for 2 minutes on each side and it's done. We got a question in the house. What's up?
Sheila said 4 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. I've always done or been told 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water.
Yes, that's if you're going to steam. That's if you're going to steam your rice. We're just boiling the rice. So when you boil the rice, you're not going to cover it. We're not going to cover it with a top. We're literally just going to let it come to a boil, let it go for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we're going to strain it, and then we're going to fluff our rice, and it's done. Now, if you're going to put a lid on it, then you would do 2 to 1. and then you will reduce your heat down to a low so it simmers, and then it creates a steamed rice. All right, that's your 2 to 1. But the 4 to 1 is while we boiling rice. All right. So, like I said, budget cuts. The reason why they're inexpensive is because they're not as tender. But of course, this beautiful dish is going to go for about 2.5 hours in the oven. But that's because it's going to be low, slow, and delicious. All right. So now we're going to break down the shallot and get it popping, get it nice and open. And don't be scared to zoom. You can zoom like regular too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to make sure that we can see how the shallot looks exactly like an onion. Yeah, there we go.
Let's try to do that.
Perfect.
All right. So we're just going to cut a little slice in there. And then we're just going to go ahead on. We're just putting a lot of different seasonings in it. Well, in the culinary world, we call this a mise en place. But in New Orleans, we call it seasoning. You know, our vegetables is how you season your food. That's what we call it down in New Orleans. So there's a lot of different seasonings that we put up in there with the onion, the celery, the bell pepper, the shallots, the garlic. It's just going to add tons and tons of flavor for our finished dish, all right? So we got our shallots. I'm going to cut on this back heat so we can start rolling. And now we got the onion. How are people looking? They good?
Everybody looks good.
They coming in. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Hunger Trap. If you're just tuning in, I am your host, Kenneth Temple. And tonight we are doing our budget cut series. This is budget cut number 3, smothered turkey wings and gravy. I know if y'all was in here last week, I hope y'all got y'all cornbread recipe. Give me some hearts if y'all got y'all cabbage and cornbread recipe this Friday. Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts if y'all got that recipe. How they looking, Nico? We got some hearts coming on?
Yeah, we definitely got some hearts. We got some thumbs up, too. Hearts and thumbs up.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Now, give me a wild eyes if you actually cooked it.
How's it go?
Enjoyed it.
How's it go? Wow.
Give me that wild look. You know that same look y'all would have had if y'all would have won that 1 billion last week.
Oh, man. I wish it was me.
You know what I'm saying? But if you do the taxes, you realize you would have never walked away with that whole 1 billion anyway. So
I would have taken a fraction of that.
you know, you would have had a lot of a fraction.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I
No.
wouldn't mind.
You would have went from making 1 billion to making probably 1 million for annual.
Okay, I'll take it.
And that's when you took it as a lump sum. Alright? So we got any wild faces? Anybody out there made the dish? I know some of y'all was tagging me that y'all was gonna make
got
it.
wild faces and tears.
We got what the tears mean? Because I'm cutting onions?
Well, it could be because you're cutting onions. It could be because they didn't enjoy the recipe. I'm not sure which
one is it? Fill in the gap.
Nay said she's making it this weekend, though.
All right, Nay. Nay, your seasonings. Your seasonings are on their way. If that's the Nay, I think the Nay is that I know the Nay to be the Nay. Your seasonings in route, Nay. All right, so we're just gonna move this over, and we're gonna get our cast iron hot.
Speaking of cast irons, Larnice said she just got her cast iron. Did you recommend a cast iron?
Give me a high five.
High five.
Give me a high five, man. Your life is about to change, man. Your life is about to change. So, we got our rice boiling. Well, trying to start to boil. We got our chopped seasoning. We got our onions, celery, bell pepper, some shallots, somewhere all up in there. We're going to cook this down. Now, let's get to the second step. Y'all ready for the second step? Put the twos in the air. Put the twos in the air. Put the two. This dish is great because you literally just put it all in one pot. That's the genius of the budget cuts. It's one pot, 2 pots. I mean, yes, all right, we got some rice, another pot. But for the most part, the main thing you're going to be cooking is going to be in one pot. This one, we got a couple of different variations, but it's easy. It's very, very easy. So we got the tools flowing?
Yeah, we got
the deuces. We got the deuces. All right. You might want to come around here and catch this shot.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Now look, these beautiful turkey wings. So let me strap up. I don't need to hit nobody's mouth. Talking about I'm crossing town today. Let me strap up. I practice safe, food safety, even in my house. So We got these beautiful turkey wings. We got a little whisker right there. So now where I'm from, we eat turkey necks. Now I know some of y'all, it may be a little weird to y'all, but where I'm from, this dish, if you're from New Orleans, you get your hands on some turkey necks, this recipe will work just perfect for turkey necks too. So let me show y'all this right quick. What's the question?
April Washington says, how do you keep the cast iron from rusting? I've tried wiping out the oil and it still became rusty.
Shoot me an email. That's a different conversation. But basically, you just need to wash it good, oil it down lightly. You literally probably need 2 teaspoons of canola oil. Please use canola oil. Don't use no other fancy oil like extra virgin olive oil. Use some canola oil and then stick it in a 200-degree oven for about an hour, and they'll reseason the plate, your cast iron. All right, so that's a cast iron 101. So we got a good shot. Can we see these turkey wings?
Yeah.
These turkey wings. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stab them a little bit. You know, we're gonna stab them. Now, some people will tell you don't stab it because you get the juices to run. I'm gonna tell you don't listen to them. All right. The reason why we're stabbing them is because we want that seasoning to penetrate as it cooks, and as it cooks, this beautiful savory seasoning is just going to get all up in it. Now, here's a pro tip. Here is a pro tip. Let your meat sit out at room temperature for about 30 minutes before you start cooking it. That will help have even cooking. Now, what we got right here is we got a little bit of that beautiful savory blackening seasoning, and we got a little bit of just a kosher salt. Now, the reason why we got some kosher salt in here is because my savory seasoning is low in sodium, but it's still delicious. Less salt, more flavor, all right? So now we're just going to go ahead on, season both sides up. You know what I mean? We're going to let it happen. We're just going to season that up. You know what I mean? Make sure we see seasonings and crevices and all that. See that little crevices right there? You want to get that seasoning all in there. You know why? Because we're going to eat all of that too. We getting all in there. Now, we're going to flip it over. Both sides, both sides. If you go by your friend's house and they season one side of the meat, walk right back out the door. Don't trust them. If they only season one side of their meat, their toilet probably ain't clean.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I just went there. All right? But I know my viewers on the Hunger Trap don't have no friends like that. You know what I'm saying? And what I really know is they're not that friend.
Yeah.
You heard me? They're not that friend, all right? So, I'm just going to flip it back over.
Is there a reason why you put it on the back side?
Because you're going to eat both sides of it.
No, I know you season both sides, but you just flipped it back over to the
Yeah,
other
because
side.
I'm just I can see all that.
Oh, got it.
I'm going to use all that.
Using it all.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it all gets in there. That's it. All right. Now we're just going to flip it back over. And that's our wings. Look how pretty they look, y'all. Look how pretty the wings look, all right? So that's the wings. Now let's get up in this pot here. Let's get up in this skillet. And now we're going to go ahead on. Get it nice and hot. It's already smoking. Woo! And now we're just going to cook our vegetables. So, you always hit it with just a little salt. The salt season it, but at this point it's really just going to help pull out the moisture. Woo! We're going to have some fun. All right. Looking good. Looking good. So we're just going to kind of let this sit for a minute or two. Oh, hold on. Threw that in the wrong pot. Let me make sure I throw no other roots up in there. Yeah. So now we're just going to let this go. Now, for the sake of the cooking show, see, look at my rice. My rice thinking about boiling, right? But the way the stove is set up, this is one of the low heats that get pushed out of the stove. I'll say that again in plain English. This burner here puts out the least amount of heat. So what I want to do is, for the sake of time, I'm going to get the lid and I'm going to cover it just so I can get the boil to start rolling. I have the heat all the way cranked up on high. It's trying, look at it, he's trying to little engine that cook. He's trying to do something. Poor baby, he's trying to do something, but he's taking all day. So I'm going to just speed it up a little bit. Let him see that. Let him see that stuff. Smelling like deliciousness in here. Cut that fan up. So, I'm just going to cover this for a little bit just to get the boil going. But like I said, normally you just let your rice just boil, come to a boil, about 10, 15 minutes. That white rice, nice, tender, ready to go. We got our turkey wings. And the beautiful thing about this is we're literally going to just kind of leave it like that. We're going to make a quick little gravy out of this, and we're going to have some fun. All right? Yes, hand raised.
I season my turkey wings with Tony's, bell peppers, and onions. I bake for about an hour and a half in a preheated oven on 400 degrees. And the meat, well, she's telling her whole recipe, okay? And the meat falls off the bone, and you can add some brown gravy. Okay, girl. She got the recipe. Patty Gordon Scott.
All right, Patty. Now stop using that salt and Tony's and get yourself some of this savory seasoning. Less salt, more flavor. But I'm glad you out here cooking your turkey wings to tender deliciousness. That's what we're here for. And see, we're going to do this low and slow. That's how we're going to season this up. We're going to season this, and as we cook it, it's going to cook low and slow. All right? Now, stuff jumping up hot. Y'all going to get cooked today. So y'all see all of that smoke that's coming out of it? That's the moisture. That's why we add a little bit of salt to it so it draws all of this out so we can get some color on it. Just a little color. We don't want too much color because we're going to pop this in the oven. It's going to bake and just get delicious. We're going to put some flavors on there. We're going to season this up. Let me break down this garlic so I can show y'all the seasonings that we got, all right? So, break down this garlic. We're going to put a little garlic up in there. Like I said, if y'all want this recipe, just make sure y'all subscribe. Hit the bit.ly link or go to KennerTemple.com and wait for the pop-up to pop up. Or go to Hunger Trap Show on Facebook right now. And then just hit the sign up button and fill that information out. And I will send you this recipe this Friday. All right. So now we got our garlic. Uh-oh, there we go. That's what I like to see. Boil, baby, boil. Good. We got a boil going. That's what I want to see. Now, I don't have to touch it. I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to clean up this little water because I don't want to make Nico have to clean this up after I'm finished cooking. You ain't going to do that for me?
No, sir.
All right. So, now we got that smelling good. I can smell the onions. We got our garlic chopped down. Now, also what we're going to do is we're going to throw some bay leaves up in there. Then we got some sage, some dry thyme, and some cayenne. I like my yan. I like my yan. So I'm going to go ahead I'm going to season it just a little bit with this mixture because I always tell y'all, season and layers. If this is your first time in the Hunger Trap, you're going to hear that phrase, season with layers. Layer your flavors in there, all right? A little bit at a time builds the flavor. So you get a little something unique in every single bite. All right, now we're going to add our garlic. And just make sure y'all don't choke. As soon as that cayenne hit that pot, it's going to go poof right in your face and make it start coughing everywhere. All right. Now we're going to add the remainder. The season. So like I said, we got our thyme, sage, a little salt. We don't need to put black pepper because that cayenne is doing justice. Yes, with the question.
Stephanie wants to know why you cook the vegetables before you add them to the turkey wings.
Just so they can break down. Just so they can break down and I can draw out those natural flavor profiles from it.
Oh, the cayenne got you, huh?
But yeah, because if I just pop it in the oven, then it's going to kind of just steam instead of get that nice, that sugar. See?
The browning.
You see that browning?
Yeah.
You won't get this from just popping in the oven and letting it bake. But if you put this on it, it's going to draw some more flavors out of it. All right? Now, we're going to hit it with some flour so we can make our gravy in advance. We ain't got to worry about making our gravy later. All right, so now we're just going to make sure everything is fully incorporated. All right, we got our flour all over everything. And now we're just going to stir in our unsalted chicken stock. And you want to just make sure you're scraping the bottom to pick up any of those little bitty delicious bits that may be sticking to it. There you go, camera in the coffee. Yeah, everybody choking. That's right. Real cooking in a hungry trap.
Yeah, the flavors are potent. You can smell.
So I'm just gonna add just a little bit more broth because I want to just make sure I don't want it to fully cover my wings. I just want it to cover it about a quarter because once those wings bake down, they're gonna release a little bit of liquid and add to the flavor of this gravy. All right, so that is looking good. Smelling fantastic too. All right, now go ahead on hit it with a little bit of that Worcestershire sauce too. Add that umami flavor to it, that extra savory flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? Add a little bit of that to it, and we're just gonna stir it up. Let it come back to a full boil, and then we're gonna pour it over our wings, and then we're gonna get ready to pop it in the oven. As you can see, we still got our rice rolling. I can see it's almost done now. That rice is literally, that rice done. You don't believe me? Now, what you can tell, I don't know if you can zoom in, but it's opaque, meaning it's very clear. You can see through that rice. You probably can't get a good shot, but I can see that rice is done. So now all I'm gonna do is cut this heat off, and I'm gonna strain it.
Do I need to come over there?
So,
Okay. Oh, okay.
done.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Done. All right. That rice is finito. That rice is finished, my friend. All right. Now we got a nice boil going on our gravy. Now this is what we're going to do. We're just going to pour it over those beautiful turkey wings so they can just roast in most pure deliciousness. So you just pop them in a little baking pan. Whichever one you got, I got this fancy chef stuff. And you can see the liquid's not covering, I'll come over here. You can see the liquid is not covering all of the wings. It's just about halfway or a quarter. These some big old wings, all right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to pop it in up. We're going to wrap it with some aluminum foil. We're going to wrap it in some aluminum foil. And I'm going to pop it in a 275-degree oven for 2.5 hours. Hold up. And then, after them 2.5 hours, just go ahead on and pop that TV magic. Come and get the shot. Don't worry about me. I ain't the sexy star tonight. And then you just get these beautiful smothered turkey wings. The gravy done cooked down. You can see it's starting to pull apart from it. And you just check it by getting a fork or a knife, and you just want to pierce it. And if you can just pierce it straight through, you're good to go. So one thing you want to do before you put it on the plate, you want to take some of that gravy and just baste it. All right?
Do you do that over the course of the baking?
No. When you cover it with that foil, What the foil is doing is the foil is letting those juices go hit the foil and come back down, and it steams it and perfumes it. And that foil creates a condensation within it, and it just does that natural basing for you. But when it comes out, you just want to hit it with a little bit of that. Yeah, man. What y'all think? What y'all think? Give me some hearts if y'all think them turkey wings look good. I'm gonna sit it over here.
A lot of TV yums.
What y'all thought? We was gonna sit for 2.5 hours and wait?
This looks good.
So, now what we do is, we take some parsley and some green onions.
Okay.
And we're going to use these for garnish. My green onions were sitting over that heat exhaustion. All right. And so, we're going to get some green onions. If you want to, you can get some fresh sage leaves and mix it in here too. And that'll help give it a whole nother flavor. This dish also works well with chicken wings. If you can't find turkey wings, don't be defeated. Just get you some chicken wings, and I'm telling you, it's going to be different for your crowd, and they're going to love you. They might even kiss you in your mouth. All right, so.
Getting a lot of hearts?
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take these, you see these two, and you just want to mix them up. You just want to mix them up. All right? You just want to mix them up. That's how you do that, all right? And now that's ready. Now, time to plate up.
My favorite time.
Time to plate up. We got our rice. This is my plate. You get your own plate later. And we're going to get some of that gravy. Now, I know y'all all know I'm a chef. I one chop. I'm a cookbook author. But my favorite thing to eat all time is just a little bit of rice and gravy. And there you have it. Smothered turkey wings. Budget cut number 3. We got 2 more to go. But that right there, oh my goodness. That right there. Put them in there, Nico. Put them in there. Put them in there. That right there. We put a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper in our rice. Then we did a little bit of butter just so it can stay nice and tender. Yeah, y'all been chilling. Yeah. Enjoy.
It's too close. Got to pull back a little bit. There we go. That's the bite we want.
Yeah. Y'all been good. Enjoy that. For y'all. But you can see the seasonings. Damn! You can see all the seasonings. Woo! Yeah. Rice, nice and tender. It's not mushy. Very little bite to it, so it's tender. Then you get those seasonings. You get the cayenne. You get that savory blackening. You get the crunch of your vegetables. And if your kids hate eating vegetables, this is how you're smuggling in your food. Contraband your vegetables. You saute them down and braise them, and then they still get their healthy dose of vegetables. Woo!
Well, it's tender. Look, it's going right through it. You know it's ready?
I'm excited. I won't pick the whole thing up, but I done burnt myself enough times on this show to know better and to do better. You got your turkey, a little bit of rice, nice and tender. You can see that heat coming up. I'm not burning my mouth for y'all. I'll wait on it. Hey man. Tender, spicy, delicious. It's just an all-in-one dish. Like, honestly, after we get off, I'm going to pick this up with both hands and I'm gonna smash this. Bruh, just give me some gravy and rice and we could be friends. Just give me some gravy and rice and we could be friends, man. I just need a little bit more gravy. I just need a little bit more gravy. I just need a little bit more gravy. We can be friends. But like I said, man, if y'all want this recipe, make sure y'all subscribe to my email list. I will send this to y'all this Friday after I finish eating and take some beautiful pictures of it. But that's it, man. You can serve this dish with mashed potatoes. I know people into this mashed cauliflower thing. But look, it's easy. It's delicious. Now, here's one tip I forgot to tell y'all. After you make the gravy and you pour it over your turkey wings, you can let it cool, pop it into the refrigerator, and then the next day after you get back home from work, since it's on the low and slow oven, you can pop it in there while you got to do some chores, get the kids together, you know what I'm saying, get ready for whatever you got to get ready for. 2.5 hours later, done. So if you get home at 5 o'clock, pop it in the oven, by 7:30, you eating dinner. And all you had to do was this. And roll with it. So next week, we are making, out of my cookbook, Southern Creole, one of my favorite budget cut meals of all time. Of all time. Let me find it first. Hold on. Let me find it. Y'all see all those delicious recipes up in there? Go support your boy. Go buy. This is what we're making next week. Don't let them see the recipe. You let them see that picture. Red beans and rice. This is what we're making. Show the recipe. That's what we're making next week. Red beans and rice out of Southern Creole. One of my favorite all-time budget cut meals. Because beans are inexpensive and it will feed a village. Thank y'all for y'all time.
Well, we're going to get the recipe, man. Tonight's recipe.
Go to KennethTemple.com and hit the sign up button. After this is finished, I'm going to come back to this live stream and I'm going to put the subscription link in the window, in my timeline. All right? KennethTemple.com. Make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram. Make sure you like this profile. Make sure you share this profile if y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. But as I always say in the Hunger Trap, peace, love, and delicious. Look at that. All right, y'all. How do you like it?